Bring it on, One-Eyed Willie.
Deadpool's back, and this time he's bringing some friends. A whole team of them, actually.
We will be known as X-Force.
Isn't that a little derivative?
You're absolutely right.
And they're making their way to the big screen in Deadpool 2 as Wade Wilson comes up against Cable for the first time in his live-action career. Before you meet Marvel's X-Force, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our videos on Deadpool 2, including our review and spoiler talk coming soon. Also, are you already wondering what's gonna happen in Avengers 4? Because we are. Check out our predictions for the Infinity War sequel on the channel right now. Regardless of what we see in Deadpool 2, X-Force is more than just a bunch of mutants that were brought together thanks to some Help Wanted ads. There's actually close to 30 years of comic book history behind the group. The original X-Force was a product of the early 90s revolution in comics, where everything became more and more over the top. The team was conceived by Deadpool creators Rob Liefeld and Fabian Nicieza, who made them as more of a modern and edgy replacement for another X-Men offshoot called the New Mutants. X-Force was an immediate hit with the fans, becoming the second best-selling superhero comic book ever. So how can you spot a member of the X-Force? Well, they love pouches. Like, a whole bunch. Also, bionic limbs are a big thing. And mullets. Lots of mullets. Now, the original team was comprised of mutants like Cable, Boom Boom, Warpath, and Shatterstar, with Deadpool popping in and out of the lineup as it suited him. He actually didn't get an official position on the team until 2010. Basically, X-Force is the Black Ops division of the X-Men who deal with potential threats proactively, and before they get out of hand. This means X-Force tends to be more violent and morally ambiguous, which means they murder a bunch of people. When it comes to their live-action debut, it looks like X-Force will be given an overhauled origin story. From the trailers, we can see that the team is brought together by Wade posting flyers and basically accepting all comers, including a totally non-powered, sweater vest-wearing human named Peter.
Any power you want to tell us about?
I don't have one. I just saw the ad.
You're in.
Peter is not in the comics, in case you're wondering, but the rest of the team has some comic book roots. First up, we have Domino, played by Atlanta star Zazie Beetz. Domino was actually introduced in X-Force number 8 all the way back in 1992, so she's been around nearly from the very start. Domino has the ability to manipulate luck. Essentially, her presence affects the chance-based outcomes in her favor, meaning that she's really lucky while the people around her are extremely unlucky. If you want to learn more about Domino, come back here Tuesday because we're going to do a total comic book deep dive on the character. Believe me, it's crazy. Next up is Bedlam, played by Terry Crews, who has abilities relating to bioemps, or organic electromagnetic fields. Bedlam is able to short-circuit mechanical systems and even disrupt human brains to produce fear reactions, pain, and even sleep just by being near them. He was introduced in X-Force number 82 back in 1998. Here's a weird one. Bill Skarsgård's ZEITGEIST has an extremely unappealing mutation which allows him to vomit acid at will. Now, ZEITGEIST didn't show up all too frequently in the comic books. Acid puke doesn't look that good in any circumstances. But he was first introduced in X-Force number 116 in 2001. From the trailers and set photos, it looks like ZEITGEIST's live-action costume includes a plastic mouth guard, making it entirely possible that his vomit reaction might not be totally under control yet. So brace for a whole lot of barf jokes in the theater. The role of Shatterstar goes to Louis Tan. He's the one rocking a full-blown 90s accurate costume complete with his maroon mullet. Introduced in New Mutants number 100 back in 1991, Shatterstar is actually a genetically engineered superhuman from a place called Mojo World, which is an extra-dimensional plane of existence that verges on the Lovecraftian. That's a whole nother story. The actual specifics of Shatterstar's powers are still kind of up in the air, but he's been shown to have enhanced strength, speed, durability, and the ability to generate concussive blasts through his swords. How about some other additions to the team, Colossus and Negasonic Teenage Warhead? We've already seen these two fight alongside Wade Wilson in the first movie, so we probably won't be in for too many surprises on that front. Though we'll have to wait and see how much this new team influences Colossus's mission to recruit Wade.
Join us. Use your powers for good.
Heads up.
Be a superhero.
On top of that confirmed roster, there's also Shiori Kutsuna, whose as of yet unnamed character can be seen in trailers wielding what looks like an electrically charged chain. The best guess for her character is the mutant Surge, who was introduced in the early 2000s New Mutants revival in issue number 8. Surge, like her name implies, has the ability to manipulate and generate electricity, similar to Bedlam, but a bit more traditionally. like shooting lightning from her hands. Last but certainly not least, Cable himself is played by Thanos. I mean, Josh Brolin. He's being set up as the main antagonist for the film while Deadpool forms the X-Force.
You're just a clown. Dressed up as a sex toy.
So dark. You sure you're not from the DC universe?
But in the books, Cable was actually the founding member of the group. We already know that Cable, Deadpool, and Domino will return for the X-Force spin-off film, and we may even get more of these superheroes joining the fight. Hopefully, Peter survives too. Who is your favorite member of X-Force, and which one of these characters are you most excited for on the big screen? Let me know in the comments below, or hit me up on Twitter at RyanEricP. Thanks for watching, guys.